On Tuesday evening, the school committee welcomed the district's new Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Mr. Raymond Porch. Currently the Director of School Climate and Culture at Boston Public Schools, Mr. Porch brings years of educational experience to the district, and with a master's from UMass Boston, certificates from Harvard, and being a current doctoral candidate, he has a wealth of education as well. I spoke to Assistant Superintendent Patrick Larkin about the process that brought him on board. He told me they had a total of 46 very qualified applicants and that Porch rose to the top.
I don't think we could have made a bad choice, but we were thrilled that Ray Porch accepted the position. We're all excited to have him join the staff July 1st.
Larkin explained that members of the community and students were involved in the interview process alongside school administration, and that they recognized what Mr. Porch brought to the table immediately.
When you interview people for any position, you'll see people that have kind of the technical skills, the adaptive skills, the interpersonal skills. And one of the things I know it struck me when the students debriefed with us after they had heard the finalists is they were really impressed about Ray's ability to do all of that. And they felt genuinely a connection to him right off the bat.
On a Zoom interview, Mr. Porch explained why he thinks having diversity, equity, and inclusion as a formal part of institutions like schools is so important.
DEI, wherever it's done, we're seeing, across the country, how important the work is. It's one thing to sit and have a conversation. It's something else to have an actionable plan that yields results, that allows people to balance what they're doing with policy, what they're doing with, teaching and learning in schools, curriculum, with relationship building with families and with each other, and, honoring difference as an asset, and then navigating through challenges that will arise, as inevitably they will, because we're humans and humans have differences. Humans don't always jive on language, or we confuse understanding with agreement sometimes. These things will happen.
He also spoke about what DEI means to him.
And so DEI to me is the opportunity for us to kind of get back to center and do both, and look really hard at who we are and how we exist. And as Dr. Conti says, how we belong in spaces. And then talk about the barriers that may exist, or some of the assets that exist that we can build on to remove barriers.
Mr. Porch said he was very inspired by the students who first pushed for the creation of the position and then participated in helping to fill it.
I remember asking them, like, what are your hopes for this role over time? And they gushed with, like, everything was about the holistic community being stronger and honoring difference and honoring and uplifting student voice, and the community embracing that, and it becoming a way of being in the community that is just expected.
Finally, he said he is excited to start in his new role.
This circumstance, this opportunity, and the timing of it just lined up perfectly for me and my family, and for where I'm at right now, and professionally, to be able to hopefully learn a ton and add some value to some wonderful things that I know are going on in I can say now, our school district.
From Burlington Public Schools, I'm B News Director Rich Hosford.